Hello students, welcome to the class. We are going to repeat the same transcription because many people told me that we haven't understood the transcription in details. So we'll talk about this again. So basically what is transcription is when an mRNA copy is made based on the information present on the DNA, that is called as transcription. So the first point written down here, with help of RNA, the genes present in the form of DNA participates in the functioning of the cell and thereby control the structure and function of the body. So if gene want to express itself, the gene will make a copy of RNA, and that copy of RNA would be used for making a protein. This is called as the entire process, and one part of that is transcription. So what is transcription? Information about protein synthesis is stored in the DNA, and the synthesis of appropriate protein as per the requirement is necessary for the body. These proteins are synthesized by DNA through the RNA. So whatever information DNA was having, that information is converted into a copy of mRNA, and that is called as transcription. And once that mRNA is made, whatever information that mRNA is having, that is translated in making of a protein, and this entire process is called as central dogma. So it is called central dogma as mRNA is produced as per the sequence of nucleotides on the DNA. Only one of the strands of DNA is used in this particular process, and the sequence of nucleotide in mRNA being produced is always complementary to the DNA strand used for the synthesis. So what are they trying to tell you here is, there are two strands in DNA, but when mRNA is made from the DNA, out of two strands, only one of the strand is used for making that particular mRNA. And how it is produced? Suppose if DNA has A as a nucleotide, then mRNA will have U as a nucleotide. T is a nucleotide on DNA, then it will have A as a nucleotide. If there is a G, there will be C. If there is a C, there will be G. So this is called complementary nucleotide bonding between the DNA and between the mRNA. And always remember, in DNA, wherever there is a T, that will be replaced by U in the RNA. That is a major difference between DNA and RNA. And finally, this entire process of making of mRNA from a copy of DNA would be called as transcription. I'll repeat, process in which whatever information is present on the DNA is utilized in making of an mRNA is called transcription, and the mRNA is then used for making a protein. Whatever information present on mRNA is converted into protein, and this process is called as translation. And summed together, transcription and translation is called central dogma of the life. I suppose this will make your process of transcription very clear. We will get it into the details about the transcription using this diagram which is coming in the next slide. So as you can see in the diagram here, which is there in the textbook also, there are two blue color strands of DNA which have opened up, and out of the two strands, the strand which is down below strand is called as one of the strand on which a new copy of mRNA is made. Whatever is required for making of this new copy of RNA, you can see a circular ribosome, RNA polymerase sitting down there on the two strands of DNA, and there are nucleotides required. So if DNA has a T, RNA will have a A. If DNA has a, RNA will have U. If DNA has a C, RNA will have G. If there is a G on DNA, there will be C. If there is a T, A. If there is a TA, and similarly you will see that a new copy of mRNA is made using a copy of DNA in this particular diagram, and this process is called as transcription. So what you can see, whatever is the requirement, there are two, there's a double stranded DNA which is opened up, and out of the two strand, only one strand is used for making a DNA copy, and out of that the mRNA is made, and transcription is happening in the forward direction as indicated by the arrow there, and this process is called as transcription. So I need a copy of DNA, I need an enzyme called DNA polymerase, I need a complementary nucleotide which are going to bind, and finally the process will be called as transcription, which is one part of my central dogma. So this diagram you can keep on repeating and write down the labelings, or you can explain it in your own words to understand this process of transcription, and that should make your life easier, because after explaining transcription in the first slide, this would be more easier to understand what is meant by transcription. So just go to the slide. I'll wait for a few seconds for you to go to the slide. In case you have any doubts, you are always welcome to ask in the WhatsApp group. So two strands of DNA are there. On two strands, one of the RNA is made, and this process is called transcription. For transcription to happen, there is an RNA polymerase required, and that RNA polymerase is going to make a copy of mRNA with the help of RNA nucleotides, which are going to bind complementary, and this entire process is called as what? Transcription. So we are going to move on to the next part, what is meant by translation. So as you can see in the slide, to make a translation, what is translation now? Whatever copy of mRNA is there, based on that mRNA, proteins are going to be made. But this is done with a coded information. So there is a codon-anticodon relationship. What is there? The mRNA formed in the nucleus comes in the cytoplasm, and it brings the coded message from DNA. So whatever new mRNA has been formed, it is of no use in nucleus now. It has to come in the cytoplasm, and it has the coded message. Now what is that coded message? The message contains the code of amino acid. The code of each amino acid consists of 3 nucleotides. So suppose A, U, G is there. These 3 nucleotides will make one codon, or a triplet codon, and each of this triplet codon will code for a particular amino acid. And this was proved by Dr. Hargobind Khurana, a scientist of Indian origin, has made an important contribution in the discovery of this triplet codon of a 20 amino acid. For this work, he was been awarded a Nobel Prize in 1968 along with other 2 scientists. So this was a bigger contribution to the field of biology, and an Indian scientist getting a Nobel Prize for discovering this triplet codon. So what is codon? A group of 3 nucleotides present on the DNA is called, present on the mRNA is called codon, and accordingly the tRNA will have an anticodon. And what is this tRNA going to do? tRNA is just simply going to bring a new amino acid according to the codon. So codon present on mRNA going to bind anticodon present on tRNA, and finally we are going to get a chain of amino acid joined together to form a chain of protein, or to form a chain of polypeptide. That is called as what? Translation. So we should be knowing what is codon and what is anticodon, which is given here very clearly in the slide. You can also read these definitions in the textbook and make your doubts very clear as you come down to this reading of the chapter from the textbook. So codon present on mRNA. And what is a codon? Group of 3 nucleotide is called as codon, whereas the opposite complementary nucleotide present on the tRNA would be called as anticodon. Codon, anticodon are going to bind together in the process of translocation to make a protein. So as you can see the diagram which is there in your textbook also, what is happening here? The newly formed mRNA is of no use sitting in the nucleus. So it is going to come outside the nucleus in the cytoplasm. And as you can see on the mRNA, the nucleotides are arranged in the form of a codon. Codon, as I said, 3 nucleotides will make a one group of codon, and these codons are there present on the mRNA, and you can see a blue color structure present there that is called as a ribosome. So what all is required for making of a translation or a making of a protein from an mRNA? mRNA copy has to come inside the cytoplasm. From that cytoplasm, the tRNA is going to come. tRNA, as you can see, the tRNA is having an amino acid loaded to it. Many such tRNA are going to join or going to come in the ribosome, and they are going to join together to form an protein chain. And whenever ribosome is sitting there on the mRNA, it jumps one codon every time. So whenever it jumps one codon every time, that jumping of codon would be called as translocation. I'm adding one more term here. As you can see the blue color ribosome sitting on the mRNA, it jumps one codon every time. So now it is present on the 2 codon. The next codon is there. If it comes to the next codon, that particular process is called as translocation. So what is happening in the diagram? There is an mRNA, there is a codon, and that codon is present, and a tRNA with anticodon is coming with the amino acid, and amino acids are getting joined together, and finally when amino acids join together, I get a piece of protein, or a protein is formed, and this process is called as translocation. So transcription, we saw that mRNA is made, and whatever information mRNA was having, that information is now translated into protein using mRNA, using codon present on mRNA, using anticodon and tRNA, and using ribosomes, and this overall process is part of translocation, which is also overall togetherly we called it as what? Translation. So again, this diagram is there in the textbook. You can just go through the diagram, and until unless you make your notes based on your understanding, you won't be able to understand this very clearly. So I will request you to understand it very clearly, and then only things would be what you can say easier for you to understand, because these topics as such are very difficult to understand coming from the 12th standard directly to the 10th standard. So go through the diagram in a quick way. Nucleus, mRNA is coming out of the nucleus, and a copy of mRNA is getting used for making a protein using codons present on mRNA, anticodon present on tRNA, and ribosomes, and the overall process is called as translation. I'll wait for few seconds till the time you go through this slide, so that your idea of understanding the slide becomes more clearer to you. And then we are going to see the next slide, where we are going to talk about the same process in the proper point format. And this entire process I am doing it because few students gave me a report that we were not able to understand transcription and translation. So I have put in the efforts of making a chart or making a PPT type of thing, and explaining it to you so that you can understand it more clearly. I hope you will utilize this, and in spite of this also you are not able to understand, you can always ask me the doubts in the coming up class. So we are going to move to the next slide, that is called translocation explanation in details. As you can see here in this, what is translocation? As I said, the amino acid brought by tRNA are bonded together by a peptide bond with help of rRNA. During the process, ribosome keeps on moving from one end of the mRNA to another end of the mRNA by a distance of one triplet codon, and this is called as translocation. So the ribosome is jumping one codon to next codon, second codon to third codon, and each time it jumps, it is called as translocation. Such many chains come together to form a complex protein, and this protein control various functions in the body of living organisms and their appearance too. So if I talk about the hair color of my hairs is black due to melanin, which is a protein. If my nails and my skin is going to have a protein called keratin, my red blood cells are going to be having a protein called hemoglobin. To fight against the infection, I have antibodies in my body, that is also protein. So all these proteins are basically made by this particular process of transcription and translation. So this should be very, very clear. So I'll repeat. Process of making an mRNA form a copy of DNA is called transcription. When this information present on mRNA is translated into protein with help of what you can say the tRNA and ribosome, that is called as translation. And whatever translation information was having, the ribosome was jumping one codon each, and the jumping of ribosome one codon each is known as what it is known as. Guesses? Any guesses what it is known as? It is known as translocation. So this makes the idea of all the three terms very clear: transcription, translation, and translocation. Out of that, transcription and translation together is known as central dogma of the cell, or central dogma of the life. So this is what can come in the MCQ. This year's board paper of 2019-20, that asked the process of transcription in MCQ, and many people couldn't understand it, and they have written translocation, or they have written the translation, wherein the question was based upon what will be the process of making a copy of mRNA from DNA known as. It's very straight away answer. The process is known as transcription, but many of them have lost the marks because they have identified as translation or translocation, and that's why I have made this video a little bit lengthy. I know you will get bored while you are listening if you are not into it. That's why I tell you to go through this video when you are in a fresh mind, and the simple terms you shouldn't be losing marks. That's why this detailed video has been made to make you understand the importance of transcription, translocation, and translation. Okay, so as you can see in this, you should be able to understand it in details, and what is happening there in process of transcription, translation, and translocation. In case after this also you have any doubts, you are always welcome to ask the doubts, but before that you can take down the questions based on this. You'll have to write the definition of transcription, translation, and translocation. Define transcription, translation, and translocation, and also you are going to write the short note on. First short note is on transcription, second short note is on translation, and third short note is on translocation. And what is fourth short note? What is meant by central dogma of life? So I hope you will enjoy this video and the attempt made by me. Please enjoy the video, like the video, understand the video. Till then, we meet the next time. Thank you so much for listening carefully and making it more interesting. Thank you. Bye bye.